Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Lisa Renee TV. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, of course hit the subscribe button. If you like what you see, of course you can hit the thumbs up button and share this video on all your social media networking sites that you are on, of course. And speaking of social media, you can also follow me on Facebook.com. You can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram as well. So yeah, I have the information for you in the more info box below. So hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm back. I miss you guys. How's everybody been doing? I hope everybody is doing good so far. I hope your week is doing good. We are now in the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. It's hump day, and I'm also off today. Hey, so ain't no humping for me, baby. Yep, I was off from my downtown job. I worked this morning, was off downtown. Like, can you believe it? Like, what? Off in the middle of the week. I don't even know why. Like, don't ask me why, because I don't know. I don't know. I was like, what? I just know I took it, though. And I was like, oh, they gave me a day off. I'm like, I ain't gonna complain. I'm not adding no schedule onto it. I'm like, cause you usually go to the little swap board thing we have and try to pick a schedule if you want. But I was like, nope. I think I would chill out. Anywho, I just had to come on here and tell you guys about this incredible experience I had that I had not shared with you guys. I kept it a secret for a while, but I wanted to just kind of go through with it first and then talk about it later. So I decided to audition for the one of the biggest, most popular music shows around now, The Voice. Yes, The Voice. I auditioned for The Voice, February 21st, so last Saturday, 2 p.m. at Navy Pier at the Grand Ballroom. So I went to audition for The Voice. A lot of you, if you don't know already, singing has been a passion of mine for years actually. Yeah, singing has been a passion of mine. I've been wanting to sing since I was a little girl. I've always had fantasies of being a famous singer, um, and just getting out there with my career, and it's been something I've been working on. I also write music as well, so I do write my own songs, and I just been wanting to, just really get out there and branch out into the music business as well as like I'm a writer as well, so I am working on my book now as well, my second book that I've written. So yeah, the first one is published, but I'm working on my second one, trying to publish that one too. So I'm a writer and a singer. So for those of y'all who do not know, I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it now if you don't know already. Yes, I do write and I also sing. So both of those are like extreme passions of mine. But anyway, I auditioned last Saturday for The Voice, and it's something I never thought I'd do. I used to have dreams of going on American Idol, and yeah, I know Idol was the first before The Voice was even thought of, and it basically paved the way for The Voice. And so, it's something I would watch. It was thoroughly entertained by, but I never really imagined me going on there. I mean, I thought about it. It crossed my mind, but I never knew what was really holding me back. I mean, maybe nerves, maybe just not knowing if I would make it or not knowing what would happen, And Mom, you can come on. Come on. Anyway, that's my that's my mother in the corner, y'all, trying to sneak by. Anyway, so you were barely sing, Anyway, so anyway, yeah, so it's something I never really, imagined. I wasn't quite sure, if I was going to, do this or not. And my brother was talking to me, and he was like, what do you got to lose? I mean, you're talented. You're just talented as anybody else. Why aren't you doing all you can to really get your talent out there and promote yourself, market yourself? Why aren't you trying to make your dreams come true? What are you waiting on, basically? Like, and I was like, you know what? What am I waiting on? I'm 26 years old, for God's sakes. I mean, come on, how long am I going to procrastinate here? And I basically had a wake up call, and I said, let me go ahead and get my butt on this show. Let me stop playing with it. So what I did was I decided December 24th, Christmas Eve of last year, I was going to sign up for it. So I looked online. I didn't even know they were holding casting calls yet. I had no idea. I didn't know. I said, well, let me just look online and see if they're even holding the casting calls. I was like, how do you even get on The Voice? So I looked it up, and it turned out they were holding it for the next season of the show. They were holding the casting calls. So I went ahead and signed up online. I literally signed up and everything. I was like, oh my God, it's really happening. Because in that moment, it's really happening. Like, you have a freaking audition number. You got an audition pass that they're going to, like, email to you, like, the day before. You got an artist account. Like, they're going to they're gonna email you this audition pass, like, in order for you to get it. You can't even get in without it. Like, you gotta have that in a state ID or a license, driver's license, whatever, picture ID. They're gonna email you this like the week of your performance. It's real life. It becomes real right there after you sign up. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to audition for The Voice. So I auditioned for it on the Christmas Eve last year, and the actual audition was February 21st of this year. So I had a couple months to prepare. I was so ready. Yeah, I immediately started, doing vocal warm ups. I looked up this actually I'll share with you for those of you who are aspiring singers as well. He has an excellent channel, a YouTube channel. He's a vocal coach. He's a real life vocal coach. His name is Eric Arsenal. So I might put a link to his channel so you'll be able to click on one of his videos. He has excellent videos on how to warm the voice up and get it ready. And he works on range and tone and his breathing, and he's really, really good. And I think his vocals, thanks to him, his vocal exercises really helped me get to where I need to be to have a successful audition. So I did really well in the audition. Did I make it? Did I get a callback audition? No. No, sadly no. Because as you know, with The Voice and any other singing competition, there are so many things that go into what will get you to the next round. It's not just vocal ability. You can be Aretha Franklin and they're going to, you can have a great voice and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, vocally, yes. But maybe it could be looks, it could be marketability, do you make good TV? So at the end of the day, it's all about who makes good TV. So there are so many things that go into it, so it's more than just, oh, you sounding good or bad or in between, So no, it's not all, it doesn't mean you're a bad singer at all. Because there were like plenty of excellent singers there who didn't make it. So never feel bad if you don't make a singing competition. It has nothing to do with your voice. You probably sounded great. You're probably better than everybody else there, but it's just something else that made them say no. And it doesn't mean you shouldn't try again either. So I went there. I got out that morning. I was so ready. My audition was at 2 p.m., so I had plenty of time to get up and get ready. Got up like maybe 8 something in the morning. And I went ahead and actually got up before my alarm clock. I set my alarm for 9, but I got up at 8. Baby, I was ready. I was ready. I got up, showered, and went downstairs at 8 something. I looked at some of Eric's videos, practiced, warmed up. Got ready for it, did my breathing exercise and everything, went over the song again. I sang Alicia Keys, by the way. I sang If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys. I did a verse and a chorus. And my backup song was going to be Fantasia, Lose to Win. I didn't have to sing that. Usually the backup song, they say have 2 songs prepared. That's just in case. Usually the only people who get a chance to sing the second song is the ones who they ask to stick around after the audition, meaning they're going to get a callback audition most likely if they do good on the second song. So I got there. I had to walk all the way through Navy Pier. I had to walk all the way to the end. I mean, that walk, I don't know how long. I probably walked for at least 10 minutes. I don't know how long I walked. I was like, damn, I'm getting I haven't been to the gym in weeks. I ain't been to the gym in a month. Me and Mom ain't been to the gym in a month because the weather been so bad. Baby, I got my cardio in Saturday. I tell you that much, okay? Because I was walking for at least I don't know how many minutes. I said, damn, all this walking. I like, thank God I wore my boots and they, flat. They got little heel, but they, basically flat. So if I had heels, I was like, oh God. God bless the woman who wore heels. I know she's kicking herself right now, like crying. Her feet is crying, and she is too. Lord, I walked all the way through the pier. Walked outside, got in this long line, stood outside in the cold. Thank God that the sub-zero temperatures were gone. It wasn't that cold. So I was able to survive, but I dressed warmly. Dress warmly. That's why they tell you dress warm, because it's going to be cold. Don't be stupid. So some people try to be cute, and I'm like, you're going to freeze. I'm like, you tried this today. You really did. I dress cute, but I still have my coat and my scarf and stuff on, my hat. Don't be stupid. So, yeah, I was doing this long line, but they were quick. I gotta hand it to them. They were really quick. They were trying to get us in. They know it's cold out there, and nobody deserves to stand out there, in the cold for very long. So we got on through, showed them my audition pass, my ID. I got on in the door. Finally, got us seated in this like kind of this little room, and the seats like they basically you go in and you audition in this small room, one producer. And you do it by groups of 10. So there's 10 of you. You audition in front. Basically, you get up. It's you, 9 other people there, and one producer. You sing in front of them. So they already have the seats already counted off in rows of 10, so you just come into your row and sit down. Come into a row, and they'll walk you to a row. You just fill up. You fill up. And it's so organized to the point where they make it so simple for everyone there because they know it's going to be a whole lot of people. They don't want nobody getting confused. They don't want nobody getting lost. They want it to be as simple as it can be. And it was. And they did a good job with that. So the simplicity of it, I'll give them a 10 plus on that one from a scale of 1 to 10. Simplicity, awesome. Organization, wonderful. 10 plus on that one. They did great, as far as keeping everything organized, keeping professional, and keeping just really, it was just easy. I mean, I can't say I had a hard time. I can't say anything blew me away to the point where I was annoyed. I'm like, no, everything was cool. A lot of walking and waiting and everything, but other than that, I mean, it wasn't bad. Even the wait times weren't that bad. I'm like, it was kind of expected. I mean, where do you think you're going? You're going to a singing competition. There are more people in Chicago who can sing besides you, who think they got it, who think they're the voice. So what did you expect, So I got there in the 1 o'clock hour, by the way, for those of y'all who wonder what time I get there. Got there about 1 o'clock. I wanted to get there earlier, but I didn't make it. So I ended up getting there around 1 something. So anyway, I got in and I sat down and I got up by the time, I think maybe I was there a total of maybe like about 2.5, about 3 hours. I'm gonna say about 3 hours at tops. So I was actually, it was so funny because like by the time our group got up, like we lined up against the wall, and by the time our group got up, and they counted, like they were counting 10 in, like the other groups, they say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it was like the guy came out and said, okay, he only wants 8. So I was number 8. I was like, lucky number 8. I was thinking in my mind, so I was lucky number 8. So I was lip rolled over. Nah, I can't do it. That's lip roll. So I'm lip rolling and I'm, I'm breathing and I'm doing all the exercise. And I had already warmed up real good before I left the house the night before, but I was doing it. I was doing the most. I was, right there in that line. I did the most at home, but I was doing a little bit of the most, and in the line, I was like, I'm lip rolling and I'm doing the hunching shoulders and I'm dropping them. And y'all don't know what I'm doing right now. These are exercises. Look at Aries videos and they'll make sense. I know y'all look like, what the hell is she doing? But you have to be a singer to understand. Singers understand what I'm doing. Other people who are non-singers, you're like, what are you doing? I'm like, something that's going to be good for me. It's going to improve you vocally. Like, you wouldn't understand unless you're an artist. Only artists understand, only singers understand. So I get in the room. I was ready. I say ain't nothing gonna jack me up, So I was lucky number 8, and I actually number 8. It's so funny. Don't they have a verse in the Bible that says that which is last may one day be first? Let's just say that's true because lucky number 8 was lucky number 1 to go first. I went first. I was the first audition to go in the room. I wasn't ready. I was ready, but I wasn't. I wasn't ready. That was a pineapple. That was a Kevin Hart pineapples moment. Like, I wasn't ready. I was like, what? Like, I was sitting there looking so stupid. I was like, oh, okay. I think I literally said, oh, okay. Because I got up out the seat. I was like, oh, put my purse down. I got up. I couldn't believe it. He was like, Lisa, you're up. I'm like, who? I'm looking stupid like, who? And I'm looking around the room and there ain't no other, like there's another Lisa in the room. I'm hoping to God maybe it is. Like, oh, you talking that Lisa over there. Okay, I thought you talking about me. So I got up. I went to the little tape, told them, they get this little piece of tape on the ground where you stay in. I told them what I was singing. And I just belted it out, child. I said, here we go. I said, come on, Jesus. I've been warming up and I've been doing all this, and here we go. Here's the moment. And I went ahead and I actually did really well. And he seemed impressed, and I could tell by the look in his face. He liked what he heard. And everybody clapped for me afterwards, and I was good. And I was like, whoo. And I actually thank God that I went first because I realized when you go first, you get it out the way. And it may be good if you go first because it's less time for your nerves to build up on you. Sometimes your nerves are built up on you when you go last, you take more time. So I went first. I did really well. I didn't get the call back audition. Actually, I think everybody in there was really talented. We all had great voices. Nobody made it except one guy, and this is so funny because the guy who made it was a guy I knew. I knew him in high school. Ain't that about nothing? The guy who made the only guy was a guy who I knew in high school. He has a really beautiful voice. He sang "Superstition" by Stevie Wonder. He didn't even sing a full verse and chorus. He sang a few bars and he still got it. And I think that, like, I think the whole thing was, well, this is my theory. It's like part of me. Okay, I don't know how other people feel, but I'll go ahead and say this. Like, this is my theory of why I think I didn't get it. I think it wasn't vocally. I think it came down to like diversity, like racial diversity, not racism. I'm not saying racism. I said racial diversity. Okay, listen closely. I think, okay, he's a black guy. I'm a black woman. I think like it was me, him, and like he had a friend who came with him too, who auditioned as well, and he was black. Okay, so I think, with competitions like that, they do use racial diversity with competitions like that, and they like to, because race does play, like, race ends up playing a part in everything, unfortunately, right? Okay, so they have to try to diversify, and they want to diversify the competition, and they're using race not in a racist way, but they're using it in a way. Sometimes they do, other times they don't. In this situation, they were trying to use it to your advantage in a way, because they're trying to make the show diversified, because they have a bunch of white singers. It may not be good because people will be like, oh, well, how come there's not enough black talent? How come there's no Hispanic talent or Asian talent? People will not be happy, right? They will ruffle feathers because people will be like, wait a minute, this season's not good because we have a lot of talented singers, but they're all white, and they're not. There's no racial harmony. We need to see white, we need to see black, we need to see Asian, it needs to look like America, because the United States of America is black, white, Asian, whatever, Filipino, whatever, so you have to kind of diversify your competition. So I think it came down to the theory of, the fact that he was like a black male. And I think another thing with The Voice and other music competitions, they get more white males that try out than black males. And so what happened was, he probably was one of the very few black males that tried out who actually had a chance, who actually had a really good voice. And they said, he's a gem, like, you got to hold on to him. And I think that's what happened. They said, probably, they get a lot of black females. There's a lot of black females who really can sing, who will try out, and they probably had their share for the day. They had enough of them already, and they said, okay, we got so many of them. We're good on that. We need a black guy, because you kind of have to. You can't, that's another thing. I mean, that can work against you. You can't have a bunch of black chicks and then you got white chicks and white guys, and then you got maybe some other races, and that's it. But then you have no black men, because then it's like. So if you're not getting a lot of black men who are trying out for your singing competition, what do you do when you come across one who has talent? What do you do? And you haven't made your quota for the day. And if you take in, if your choice between this really talented woman, black woman, and this really talented black man, who are you gonna pick? You're gonna pick him, because not because she ain't got it, but it's just you need him a little bit more than you need her. So it sucks because somebody's gonna get booted out who really deserves to be in. But it's the politics. And politics kind of, race and politics plays a role in everything. So, these competitions, they kind of never, sometimes they don't go your way, and there are rules and just craziness. So, was I upset that I didn't get it? Of course I was a little disappointed, but I was not upset, like to the point where I'm just like, oh my God, that's some bullshit. No, no. I was grateful that I got up that morning and decided to come down there. I was grateful to have come down there and done that, audition. I was happy. I really was. I mean, and one of the guys in the group told me I did well. I told him he did well as well. And that's always good to hear, because you always wonder, did I do good? But because they don't give you individual feedback, unfortunately. But it was a great time. I had a wonderful time. I'm happy I came down. I'm happy I participated. Will I do it again? Yeah, probably. I probably will. Yeah, of course. Why not try it again, right? I mean, the guy told us at the end, he said, there's some really great voices in here. Keep singing, keep doing what you're doing. You guys, of course, try it again next year. And he told him to stick around after the audition. So of course we all knew obviously he's the only one who made it, but it was okay. It was fine. You know, I wasn't really. I mean, I'm not hurt by it. I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, it is what it is. I think I accepted it. I mean, I think I went in knowing there was a possibility I wouldn't make it. You know, so I didn't really take it to heart. Like, oh my god, I suck and I'm horrible and I should never sing again. Like, no one said that. I mean, there are different reasons. You don't even know why you didn't make it. And that's the thing with The Voice too. They have an air of mystery there. There's like this obscurity. Like they don't really tell you why you don't make it. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. So that's my theory as to why I didn't make it. I just think it came down to like a racial diversity thing where they were trying to figure out, okay, who do they need more? Because there was a lot of black women there and not a lot of black men. So that's what I think happened. I'm like, you ain't got enough black guys and you needed a black guy, you know, but he was talented though. So he deserved to be there because of his talent, but it's just that the fact that he's a black guy worked out too for him. So yeah. Anywho, because if he was not good, I would hope that they would have picked, you know, him if he didn't have a talent, because that would not be good. Because that's not good either. Like if you picking somebody, you know, because of the race of they, you know, skin, or I mean because of their race, the color of their skin, and like it's solely based on that, and the person's not even talented, then that's not good. But he actually was talented, so that's fine, you know. But I would have an issue if it was a thing where like you're picking somebody and it's like it's solely based on race and what you need to make your quota and everything, and I'm like, they're not even good. You know, so that's because then that's putting somebody else out for no reason. So you're putting people in an unfair type of advantage, and you know, things like that. So yeah. Anyway, I rambled on enough. So I'm gonna attach my video. I actually have a video for you guys of me singing the song, so you can actually, you know, hear a little snippet of it. It's just like the first two verses of the song and the chorus. So yep, I just thought I'd do a little treat for you guys. It'll be in the more info box below, so you can click on the link and you can actually hear me sing the song. But yeah, other than that, I know this video was a little bit longer than usual, but I figured, you know, hey, I wanted to go ahead and just tell you my full experience and how I felt about it and things like that. But you guys enjoyed the video, of course. Like and comment and share. You can add me on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. And you guys just enjoy, and enjoy the rest of your evening. All right, bye.